General Motors have confirmed that you can now buy a Chevy Equinox EV for $35,000 US, meaning after the incentive, the US tax incentive is applied, it's $27,500. That's pretty amazing, actually, considering it does have 315 miles of range. They say 315 plus miles of range. This is actually a really good deal. Would I buy it personally? I probably wouldn't, but I honestly think if you were to buy this, it's a pretty logical purchase decision. It's excellent value. And honestly, you'd be kind of insane if you're a General Motors fan and you bought the internal combustion version of the Equinox. That's just ludicrously ridiculous. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. Would love to have you with us at the EV show in Sydney. Free tickets in the description. Click on the link. I'll put it in the comment section as well so you can see it there more easily. After the first Equinox EVs were delivered in May, a lot of EV fans were complaining. They were saying, you said they were going to be $30,000. They're not. The cheapest one is 40-something thousand. GM said, no, we will bring out a cheaper version, but it won't be $30,000 anymore. It will be $35,000. Honestly, I think that's totally reasonable considering the fact that the value of the dollar in the US, inflation has gone up significantly. So I think when they promised $30,000, no one believed it. But now $35,000 and it's got 319 miles of range for the front wheel drive model. That's quite good. The only thing I think it should have that it doesn't is a NACS charging port so it can connect directly to Tesla's supercharged network, because that's what you want. You absolutely want it. Anyway, it does have one thing that's pretty cool. It's got a 17.7-inch infotainment screen, that's massive. Now, GM now offers the LT and the RS Equinox models, either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you get all-wheel drive, you'll get less range because obviously it's a bit heavier and a bit more drivetrain drag as well. The 2025 RS model, the front-wheel drive, how can you have a front-wheel drive RS model? That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, that is $45,800 US. It also gets apparently 319 miles of range. Now, I don't think that would be true that it would get the same range as the non-RS model because it's got bigger wheels. And we know bigger wheels mean a car gets less range. So it's possible that the cheapest version actually gets more than 319 miles. That or the RS version doesn't get 319. Anyhow, the base LT starts at $40,000 US. It has a range of 307 miles on the EPA cycle. And the good thing about EPA range now is it's pretty realistic. Most EVs, not all of them, but most of them, if they have an EPA number, then they're actually usually going to get close to that figure, if not more than that in the case of Tesla's newest vehicles. The RS all-wheel drive costs $49,000, which is not a good deal. You're better off, if you're going to be looking at that model, you're definitely better off getting a Tesla Model Y long range. Anyhow, it does get GM's Active Safety Package 2, its AutoSense power liftgate, and some sporty design features. Don't know what they are, but apparently it does. Anyhow, the Chevy Equinox EV, like I said before, it does qualify for the $7,500 EV incentive. So you really couldn't say, I really don't think you can say that internal combustion vehicles are cheaper to buy. Purchase price is not cheaper. The Equinox, right, the gas-powered version, the cheapest gas-powered version, it's about the same price, right? It's about like $28,000, $29,000. So really, I don't know why anyone's buying. A lot of Americans are buying the gasoline-powered Equinox. Tell your friends, guys, if you're an American, tell them they're idiots. Say, guys, listen, the new Equinox, it gets 320 miles of range and it's $27,500. If you love General Motors, you want an Equinox, get the EV version. Anyhow, under $28,000 is such a good deal. $27,500 for that range. This is not a bad car either, guys. I mean, the Chevy Blazer was a nightmare. It had, 56 separate problems that journalists identified. Most of them were fixed, but who knows. The Equinox hasn't had all those issues. I think it's a good vehicle. It's got a very large media screen. The interior looks, it's not my personal taste, but it doesn't look bad. It's certainly not a bad looking car on the inside's okay. Outside, I think the outside of the Equinox I think it's a good looking car actually. Inside, yeah, I think the design's a bit not my thing. But anyway, sales. Over 15,000 Equinox EVs were sold in the third quarter of this year. That's really good. I mean, we might see more than 20,000 in the fourth quarter. That's fantastic. Nothing anywhere near what Mary Barra said would happen, but it's still really good. So looking at these range figures, you can see they're all around between 307 to 320 miles of EPA estimated range. Like I said, the best value model here is definitely the LT front-wheel drive version for $35,000. Apparently, General Motors is actually offering some other discounts. They're also offering $1,500 cash allowance on the 2024 MY model, meaning you could potentially get it for maybe $33,500, take off the tax credit, maybe end up getting one for about $26,000. That's crazy. Here's the thing though. I know a lot of Americans lease vehicles. Now, I have an email here from my friend Thomas in America. G'day, mate. And he's leasing a Mercedes EQS for like maybe $500 a month. It's whatever he's paying. It's insanely cheap. Now, I'm just looking up his email right now because he sent me a link to this site that not many Americans know about. And on this site, Thomas has attached the link here for me, showing some incredible deals if you want to lease an EV. So you can lease an EQS sedan for $580 a month. That's like a $150,000 car. EQE sedan for $350 a month. $350 a month for an EQE. So do you want to lease one of these for $300 a month or an EQE for $354? What about if you want an SUV? All the similar deals, guys. Crazy deals. Anyway, I'll put a link to this website, which I had personally never heard of before. And now I'm trying to open this website now and it's not actually working for me. Hopefully it works for you. Maybe it's a thing where it doesn't work outside of the United States. But Tom showed me in the US these insane deals you can get in America on LeaseHacker for all. I'm not telling you to buy a Mercedes, by the way. I don't recommend that at all. But there's some insanely good deals for different models of different brands of EVs on leasehacker.com. So if you're into leasing, not purchasing, jump on that website because that's ridiculous. I'm going to do a video on some of the deals that I found there that I found there when I was in the United States anyway, because they're unbelievably good prices. And I understand why Americans lease cars. Now that's not a big thing in other countries, not as big as America. So if you're actually going to purchase one, the Bolt EV, the standard range model, the cheapest version, is an insanely good price. And we've got to give General Motors credit for making this at this price. They definitely are not making any profit whatsoever on that vehicle. Thanks for watching.